Good morning, Year 5s and 6s. Today we are going to write the next two main events from our plan, and the waltz says to entertain the reader by weaving action, dialogue and emotions. Now we practiced quite a lot about dialogue yesterday, and today you're going to try and write by using these three aspects of writing to entertain the reader. So we're going to focus on the next two main events on our plan. The next one is walk into the train station, and after that is travelling to the new country. So just have a look back at your ideas for these two sections on your plan that you did a couple of lessons ago, and make sure you know what you want to include. Now, this is an example. It says, as the family finished their breakfast, the sun rose in the sky. It was nearly time. The walk to the train station was painful. Both Catherine and George walked in silence, knowing the fate which lay ahead. It was only little Lizzie that hummed her favourite nursery rhyme as they headed down the familiar roads. Toot, toot! The train was already in the station, and the hustle and bustle of the station was in full song. George knew he had only minutes before the train left. He hugged Catherine as hard as he could. Be strong, he whispered, because it won't be long, I promise. He felt the tears trickling down her face. Taking a deep breath, he turned to face Lizzie. Now be a good girl and help Mummy. Do you hear me, little miss? Yes, Daddy, of course I will. He knew she would. He bent down to hug her, and as he lifted his trilby to reveal her secret surprise, Lizzie screeched. She loved it when George made her origami animals. Keep it safe, and when you look at it, think of me. Thank you, Daddy, she exclaimed. George grabbed his suitcase and boarded the train. As the train started its slow pull down the tracks, he hung out of the door, holding on to the image of his beautiful family. He hoped it wouldn't be too long before they were together again. Now, I'm sure you'll agree there's lots of emotion in that short piece of writing. And hopefully you can pop this on pause for a minute and you can identify the dialogue, the speech that we have been talking about, and action when something actually happens. Just pop it on pause and have a look at those three things for a couple of minutes. Right, I have tried to underline the different aspects in different colours. So we'll start with dialogue because we were looking at that yesterday. You can see the speech here, and George is speaking, and then Lizzie is speaking, and Lizzie is speaking here as well, and George here. So there is dialogue. Anything that I've done in purple I thought was particularly emotional. So I've mentioned things like the walk to the train station was painful. George knew he only had minutes left. She screeched because she loved it. Those are all emotional sentences. And then the ones in red are pretty much the action, the things that are happening. So we have the family finishing breakfast, we have Lizzie humming, we have the noises in the station. So those are the action. And if you look at the colours there, you can see that they're all mixed up. We haven't got half a page of dialogue or speech and then half a page of action with no talking in it. So that is your task for today. I'm going to just go back to the plan here. Carrying on from what you did yesterday, you're going to write another paragraph about walking to the train station and what happens travelling to the new country, so that's on board the ship. All of that is on your plan, so it shouldn't be a problem. Right, I'm going to leave you to get on with that, and then you'll have at least 3 paragraphs written, and I'll speak to you about what's happening next tomorrow. Bye now.